Hello, welcome to the next Shitterbowl part. There are events stirring. Wrong password. Weird. Found 2 magic sites, the Ancient Master and Quicksand. And then fought Indies here in his cap circle, I believe the last province in his cap circle. His commander... it's just some guy, and he's going up against a bunch of wolf tribe. And these guys are scary with their double daggers. Thankfully, the archer fire is going on the men with shields. The chariots make first contact with these guys with multiple attacks, and that guy just got slaughtered. But most of them get on the archers, and they clean house. However, the chariots suffer terrible casualties when the dagger boys come back to beat them up. And it's a really nasty battle. Like, this is well, suffice to say, this is really icky for Archacephaly. Archacephaly hasn't, well, they've had a lot of troublesome expansion up to this point. This is the most disastrous one they've had so far in terms of gold expenditure. His retreating chariot did make it back alive. He got a new hero. Heroic Endurance. Oh no, he has the Ictiad still. So this turn, what is he doing? He is building palisades now with Elvis Presley, and he has his mage going over here to site search. This guy's walking around, I guess, to pick up the chariot here, and maybe he's going to take some of these provinces. This guy over here is now building a palisade. So the Ancient Master gives combat training, which is kind of nice. And then 1 earth gem, which is good. It's always good to get more earth gems. Site searching here. These guys are going back to the capital, I guess, to pick up more troops. I think the Ictiads are being overvalued in terms of their threat. I guess maybe not. Now with all those chariots dead. I think those chariots could have taken the Ictiads a lot better than the wolf tribe. But maybe not. I think so, though. The nets wouldn't work on them because they're too big. He's not building a commander this turn. He's just building troops. I guess because he's spending the gold on a palisade here. I like infrastructure personally, but I feel like getting mages from your cap is more important, especially these guys. I mean, these guys are so good. These are your best mages, especially site searching. Getting at least 1 to site search around with is nice. And this guy should not be building palisades. This guy should be site searching. This is your absolute best site searcher that you are ever going to roll on a mystic. That's the luckiest result possible. The only way you could get something better is like an Astral 5 astrologer, and that's even overkill. If you had a commander in this province, if you made one last turn, you could group up these 2 armies and then hit this Ictiad province right now. Anyway, he knows where Agarthan is, scouted out his capital already, and is moving his scout around so we can see the barbarians did not hit this province yet, or if they did, Agarthan somehow held them off. But he didn't see, well, he did see Ulm, but he's not going in the direction of Ulm. Anything else he's doing this turn? No, I guess not. Researching Thaumaturgy 2, but he's got no researchers at home. Ah, why? This is like maybe too much site searching. This is your best. This guy can do it all by himself. And then, of course, some of these women too. Yeah, for nature. Whatever, maybe it'll be fine. And Ulm fought 2 battles this turn. This is, again, just his starting army with nothing else against a bunch of lion tribe. You can probably predict how this will go. The Ulmites get cooked inside their tin cans. And so he loses a few of them to that. But of course he wins the battle, even though his opponent brought quadruple the amount of numbers. And then he fought another province here. These are the Amazons? Yeah, the Amazonians. And these guys are scary. They've got good stats. They hit 2 times, so 4 attacks per square is okay. But you can see, like, this damage is just not enough to break the tin can of the All Might. Like, the lance hit does a lot of damage, but beyond that, it's sort of just like, what do? They poke, but not really efficiently. Now, granted, Ulm definitely takes losses here, but he wins the battle. Yeah, okay, he lost 5 guys. Really not much. Bad harvest in Norfangs, unlucky. So what is he doing? He's taking this army and moving them back. I don't know why. Like, why not build another fort here, or take these provinces, because they're free. All these are free. This is free. This is all free land. I mean, maybe Agartha is going to move into it, to here, so a bump could be possible. That's understandable, but this is like, why not? This is a free province. You know this is a free province. It's like, it's connected by rivers. Satis is not in the game. I guess Fascia could sail over and hit that, but does he know where Fascia is? I guess not. He doesn't see any of Fascia's stuff. He's combining his, however, he's combining his cap stuff with a mage not scripted to do anything. He still has 1 guy sitting at home, along with this army, and he's going after the Doghead boys. I'm not sure about this. I mean, that's a lot of All Mights, but 5 or less units in a squad is extremely dangerous. They'll check for morale every time one of them dies, and they could all run away. And if all of them run away, that's going to freak everyone else out. This mage isn't being scripted to do anything, but granted, he can't really do anything. And these guys are tough. Like, I think the hunters have javelins, and they have berserker or something. They have high strength, so they're kind of threatening. This guy's moving. No, just build a lab. Just build a lab and take this. This is so stupid. This is so OP. This is such an OP thing for Ulm to get so early. It's crazy how good an Air 1, Death 1 would be for Ulm. It like, wow, Ulm just suddenly became a whole new nation just from that alone. And no one would ever expect it. No one ever expects Ulms to have Death or Air. I mean, a little Air, but site searching with this Astro guy is good. What's he recruiting? Just sort of run-of-the-mill things. It's all seems pretty reasonable, but floating a tremendous amount of money for who knows what reason, just keeping it in the bank, should be spending it. Spend it on mercenaries, if nothing else. Like, deny Fascia the ability to expand with these mercs, and you expand with these mercs instead. Or build infrastructure about, like, this is a great province to build a fort and a lab and a temple to get these jade sorceresses. Insane. Like, again, just if you've Ulm somehow in his cap circle, he's got access to every path of magic in the game except for blood. Maybe even this gives blood, I don't know, or this, I don't know. But so far he's got access to every single path of magic in the game, and he's not exploiting it. Which is obviously a terrible mistake. But he's a new player, so maybe he doesn't realize that this is what he should be doing. Maronian fought a couple battles. Just sort of like sacreds. This is cleaning up the defense of this province that was stolen. Yeah, I mean, these guys, once they get going, it's like, what's their real weakness? Well, their MR is kind of low. They don't have any resistances to elemental stuff. So, like, shock, fire, cold, acid, I guess. Any of that type of damage would really do a number on these guys. I mean, they still have really high protection, of course. But definitely, like, lightning and bolt spam or fireball spam would work if you could hit them. If you could hit these guys. They are fast. And here he is with his starting army in a desert, fighting just like a couple dudes. I don't expect him to take any casualties here. Maybe his own knights getting shot by crossbows. That could happen, but it didn't. So that deadly yellow mold really seems to thrive here. The old food storage was burnt and rebuilt, but the mold still reappeared. Rebuild. Embarrassingly losing even more PD. But he got a good event in Agarthan at last. So that's good. He's building a palisade up here. Be done in 4 turns, just barely making that 1-year cutoff. Taking his expansion army going here for these heavy cav. He can see someone else's candle is here. I guess that's Fascia's? That must be. Yeah, he's sneaking his spies. His assassins over, sneaking troubadours about. This is an interesting province. I wonder what's over here. I have no idea what could be on that tile, recruitable wise. So he made this mason, and he is sending it to fight these indies, along with all this. His flail's just not scripted, just ready to rock and roll. His mason is not scripted either, so I wonder what he's going to do. Or this architect, I'm sorry. I wonder what he's going to do. Hopefully not charge forward. That would be an expensive loss. And yeah, here's sort of the crippling issue with building a palisade, is Maronian is just out of money. And he's lost a lot of money on his assassin expansion, which has really not worked out at all. His sacreds are way more reliable. He just can't make anything in his cap. And these sacreds that he's producing, he's not even going to be able to like move them unless he's going to take one of these mages. His research, though, is, I guess, high, relatively. With luck, he'll take 2 provinces this turn. I don't think he needs luck. I think his cavalry can clean them up, but it's just sort of a matter of, is his expensive stuff going to get killed along with it? Like, is he going to lose his friar to a heavy cavalry just charging ahead and just sniping hit? Because or is the architect just going to get killed because he stupidly walks forward? That's something that I could see happening. As unlucky as it would be, I think it could definitely happen, because there's no scripting happening here to prevent that from happening. He's not being told to hold in place, he's just being told stay behind troops. He really should take this. This is like same thing as Ulm. This is death magic, crazy powerful. Does he have earth? Yeah, he does. He could make crystal matrices, which is sort of a meme, but he could get death into his communions that way. Anyway, still lots of very easily claimable fertile land. It's shocking to me that Maronian and Ulm have not encountered each other yet, considering they're just on the other side of this valley. Like, all they need to do is expand mildly, and they'll encounter each other, because they're so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess Fascia and Maronian are the same. Just this corridor is a lot tinier. A neat little magical site on Fascia. He is still instilling an uprising in Fascia, so if Fascia is paying attention, he will of course recognize that unrest is happening on his capital. In fact, that should have happened last turn. So let's go over and see. Let's see what Agarthan is doing. Oops. He fought a battle here against the independents. Really, this is just to see like how many troglodytes did he lose. Looks like just 1. Yeah, great. Not bad at all. That worked out perfectly. That the troglodytes went in and hit the archers in the back. The issue was just they were getting peppered by javelins as they walked up. And he's got to see one of Fascia's battles. Because he has a spy over here in this province. What is he doing? He's building a palisade here. He'll have it up next turn. He's just patrolling around with his commander, I guess, to pick up units. He's recruiting indies. I never like that. I always think that's a mistake. He's site searching with this guy. Good idea to site search with this guy. He's got a lot of paps. I think this province is just super duper dangerous to do it in. Also, he's got construction too, so I think he can construct something. Could he make a dwarven hammer? Is that 3? No, it's only 2. Oh. He is moving to hit this province, so I guess that could have been dangerous. Can he actually do that? Can he win? Yeah, maybe. Looks like the light infantry don't have javelins, so yeah, I think he'll probably win. But it seems expensive. Agartha's already taken a pretty nasty loss on his expansion. Where's this army going? He's sending 36 of these guys to hit 50 barbarians. No way. No, not in a million years does Agartha win this. I mean, okay, maybe that's not true. Maybe the troglodyte slaves can do it. I mean, these guys are good. They'll kill a barbarian in one hit, I think. And they won't get killed in one hit in return, but they'll probably get killed in 2 hits. And these guys will get killed in 1 hit, that's for sure. These guys will die in 1 shot. And they won't trade. So these guys will kill like maybe 10 barbarians, and these guys will kill maybe 20. If we're being generous, that's 30. This is a province of 50. I don't see it. I think this is a mistake, and I don't think Agartha can win that battle. I thought he was building a palisade here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that was not happening. I thought he was making another palisade. Oh well. It kind of looks like Fascia stacking up on his border, but I think he just recruited mercenaries there. Anyway, on to Fascia's turn at last. No magic sites, and yes, the unrest in Fascia is increasing. This could be the work of enemy spies. So, of course, the natural assumption is to say, well, whoever has spies and is adjacent to him is doing this because he wants to screw him over. And he can see Maronian now. So, he is nowhere near Ulm. Ulm is realistically as far away as he could possibly be. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces away. Very far. It's only 5 unrest presently, so not that bad. And there is natural patrollers and natural unrest degradation, but that means it actually went up by 7, I think. Because I think the unrest ticks up, and then patrollers knock it down. So I think he actually gained a little more. And he lost, that's like 20 or 30 gold. This province was making 390. Now it's down to 367. So it's definitely economic damage. He's putting a lot of PD in these provinces. I think that's a mistake. Like, there's nothing really valuable in these provinces to warrant putting all this PD down. Oh, he's hiring the bowmen. I presume this is a mercenary company of archers. Which archers are fine, they just can't really solo expand. Anyway, he's trying to take 3 provinces this turn. This is the most provinces Fascia has ever tried to take, and it's the most provinces anyone's tried to take in the whole game. And incredibly, should he win all 3 battles, Fascia will have rocketed himself back into the game just like that. Which is not really to his credit, although what he's doing is absolutely smart and the right move. It's more just like what everyone else is doing is just so wrong. There's no reason that they should also not be hiring mercenaries and doing this. Now, granted, Fascia isn't going to have a second fort up by the time year 1 is over, so he's going to be extremely weak. He's going to be super fragile. Should someone, say Maronian, walk in with Sacred Cavalry and sit on his capital and stop him from producing units, he's dead. He's out of the game. Just like that, he's done. There's no way he can recover because he has nowhere else to produce units. He has it's just, that's it. That's all of his production is bundled up here. So he's like sort of living off these mercenaries. Should he lose them, that's it. That's all he's got. He's got nothing else. And I don't think these mercenaries are going to help him beat, like, say, Sacred, Hell-Blessed Cavalry. I think these will. These will definitely help. And he's almost got evocation too. So I think a lightning bolt would be extremely big. It's armor negating. Yeah, this would kill in one hit. I think the cavalry have 15 HP. Yeah, they do. I mean, I think he blessed it, so they got 1 point more. Anyway, this recruitment all looks good. He's going to try to take these provinces. These guys are still really slow. Oh, we didn't watch the battle. My mistake. Right, these guys are slow, and they won't get up to the front line first. Okay, they come in, sort of, near the end. Yeah, okay, yeah, they took some hits, that's good. Yeah, they did their job. Only 1 Colossi Light Infantry went down, which was not bad at all. And he bought both the mercenaries, so the Bandar band is filled with these monkey warriors, large black apes. And their cudgels hit hard. They're kind of like barbarians. And over here, he hired the Snake Charmer again. Just cleaning up this province. I'm sure he can win this battle. He knows exactly what's there. It's just light infantry. I'm sure he'll win this. Yeah, I mean, I think he can beat all the... Oh, wait, cataphracts? Oh, he'll be fine. Yeah, no worry. Probably. So I think he can take all these provinces, but he just doesn't have another fort up, and he's spending his money on mercenaries instead of saving it for infrastructure, and I think infrastructure is more important. It's really vital to get an early fort up, so that way if your cap gets sieged, you don't just auto-lose the game. Like, maybe you can make your opponent lose the game too, by, like, cutting them down economically, but your chances of victory are gone. Without your other opponents making really bad mistakes, there's no way to win. Right? Because you're just so far behind. You didn't get mages, you didn't get research, you didn't get gem income, you didn't get normal tax income. You're just draining on every category, and everyone else who's not having their only fort besieged is gaining in everything else. So you're really getting hammered down. But we'll see. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe Maronian is not trying to attack Fascia. He's just trying to be aggro on him because he can. He sees the button and he clicks it. If I was Fascia and I saw this was happening, I would immediately contact every other player in the game, maybe not Agarthan, and I would tell them, hey, Maronian is attacking me. Because he is attacking him. This is overt aggression. This is absolutely overt aggression. Maybe it's not like hardcore war, but it's a prelude. And I would say, hey, I need help. Maronian's going to invade me. He's going to take my cap. He's going to have 2 capitals, and he's going to run away with the game with his hell-blessed cavalry. Because I think he can see a little bit of Maronian's scales. He can see Marion's, okay, he took turmoil, he took misfortune, he's running, he's running, like, and we know Master of the Elements, King of Mountains, it's like, he's got earth, fire, water, and air. He's got all of them, and he's got 2 of them at level 4. He's hell-blessed his units, clearly. You wouldn't take this otherwise. Why would you take fire on Maronian, right? You only take fire if you want to bump up these guys, if you want to make them either fire resistant or you want to increase their attack skill. And Maronian went with attack skill. So if someone takes a Hell Bless like that, they're looking to rush someone. And if you get a pop-up like this is his mistake. This is Marion's mistake. This is giving Fascia forewarning that, okay, he's looking to attack me. He's maneuvering to me. So I would have a fort. I would dump this recruitment, and I would stop with this mercenary, and I would build a fort here immediately. That may even be too late, but since he can only see Marion's here, he doesn't know Marion's here. I think I would consider doing that. Not that this province is like the best. Its recruitment and resources are kind of eh. But it's just like he needs to get another fort up immediately. He desperately needs another fort. I think he's going to be the only person in the game who doesn't have a fort up. Or won't have a fort up. Like, even Ulm is going to have another fort up before this guy does. Yeah, well, way sooner. Ulm's in a freaking commanding position compared to Fascia. Really, the only one who's on the same level of weakness as Fascia is Agarthan, and that's not really because of, like, misplays on his part, although I think this is a big misplay. It's more like just bad events, bad battles. Like, this will be a disaster. This was a disaster. And also, the Troglodytes just slowly getting picked off in every expansion battle has really crippled him economically. Like, consider, he has one army. He has this army, and then he has this little expansion army. And that's all he's got. Compare that to Archaecephaly, who's rocking, like, 4 expansion armies. And it's not really because Agartha is got like worse scales or is in a worse position. It's just because Troglodytes have been getting picked off, and these guys are really expensive, and you can't afford to lose them. So I'm really curious to see what the future is going to hold. I wonder how Fascia will react to Marion's spying, or if he thinks maybe it's Ulm. Which it could be. It's not, like, out of the question that it could be Ulm. He doesn't know where Ulm is. But it's possible. Anyway, we'll see next time.